Nigeria Info, the talk station of the nation. It's 6 o'clock.
This is the news on 92.3 Nigeria Info.
On the news this morning, Rivers Sole Administrator appoints members into 8 state boards. PDP flags up campaign for Rivers Council election despite legal threats. Police arrest Port Harcourt pastor over alleged child mistreatment video. Ibom Air passenger released from Kirikiri Correctional Center. On the foreign scene, humanitarian group call on Israel to end weaponization of aid in Gaza. Mental health is real. Seek help and the stigma. I am Ifiemi Andrew. Sole Administrator, retired Vice Admiral Ibokete Ibas, has approved the appointment of members of 8 state boards. In a statement by the Secretary to the State Government, Professor Ibibia Loki Warika, the boards are the Rivers State University Governing Council, which has Oke Wali as chairman and 9 other members. The Rivers State Universal Basic Education Commission, which has Samuel Oge as chairman and 9 other members. The Rivers State Senior Secondary Education Board, which has Tony Ugurugu as the chairman alongside 12 other members. The Rivers State Internal Revenue Service with Israel Egbunefu as chairman and 9 other members. And the Rivers State Waste Management Board with Samuel Wanosike as chairman alongside 11 members. Other boards are the Rivers State Contributory Health Protection Program, which has Prince Uchike as chairman, Veti Agala as executive secretary, and 14 other members. Rivers State Microfinance Agency with Professor Adolphus Joseph Toby as chairman, Onene Osila Obele Oshoko as managing director, and 3 other members. And the Rivers State University Teaching Hospital Board with Dr. Samson Parker as chairman, Professor Chizundu Aliko as chief medical director, and Dr. Simon Sylvester Uria as deputy chief medical director. In the meantime, the Civil Liberty Organization in Rivers State says it will take the state sole administrator and the state government to court over the appointment of a substantive auditor general for local governments. State CLO Chairman Sonny Dada told newsmen in Port Harcourt that the move follows the government's alleged refusal to respond to a petition that is submitted 2 months ago. The petition had demanded explanations on why the appointment was made in what they describe as a clear violation of the law. According to Mr. Dada, the appointment allegedly breaches the Nigerian Constitution, Civil Service Rules, and the Rivers State Audit Law No. 2 of 2020.
laid down procedures. Respect the Constitution, respect the civil service rule, respect the audit law. When you follow the right processes, anybody you want to appoint, you appoint as long as the person is qualified. The CLO hereby puts the sole administrator on notice that failure to act promptly will leave us with no other option but to escalate this matter to appropriate oversight and judicial authorities, as well as national and international human rights and anti-corruption entities. We trust that the Office of the Sole Administrator will act swiftly to avert further legal, political, and even reputational consequences.
Dada stressed that the CLO has nothing against the individual appointed, but insists proper legal process must be followed. Moving on, despite ongoing legal challenges to the August 30 local government elections in Rivers State, the People's Democratic Party has flagged off its campaign with the presentation of flags to its candidate at Isaac Borough Park. Speaking at the campaign flag-off yesterday, PDP State Chairman Aaron Chukwuemeka reaffirmed the party's dominance in the state's political landscape.
Today we are here to flag up our campaign for the forthcoming election of 30th of August 2025. And I want to say that with the crowd, the normal crowd I saw here, PDP is still intact in Rivers State. I want to thank all the candidates for your mobilization of all our party supporters that has come with you. Let me also use this opportunity to thank our leader, Chief Barrister Ifiemi, made this flag up today to be a success. I want to say, on behalf of the State ESCO of our great party, that we are very, very grateful to Chief Ifiemi for what he has been doing for us as a party.
The minority leader of the House of Representatives, Kingsley Chinda, described the scheduled local government polls as a constitutional necessity.
Firstly, we bring you greetings from the People's Democratic Party caucus in the National Assembly. We are told to assure you, Rivers people, that you are on the right track. We have listened to people on television, on social media, talking about legality or otherwise of the election of 30th. The People's Democratic Party is a party that plays in line with rule of law. Therefore, the party studied the entire process from the appointment up to the timetable for election, and we are satisfied that it is in line with the law. Let ignorant people continue to argue. We charge you, go to the field, run your campaign, win your election on 30th, and you are sure that your victory will be protected.
RISEC has insisted that it has met all necessary conditions and will proceed with the local government election. The commissioner in charge of political party affairs, monitoring and security, Godfrey Woke, also said the commission has not received any formal litigation notice from groups opposing the exercise. Away from that, the Rivers State Police Command says it has arrested a 40-year-old pastor, Ifiemi Onyebo Joseph, over a disturbing online video showing alleged mistreatment of children inside a Port Harcourt church. Police spokesperson Grace Ringekoko said in a statement that the arrest happened at the church after a coordinated intelligence operation. According to her, early investigations suggest Pastor Ifiemi held a 3-day program for children, claiming it was spiritual cleansing directed by the Holy Spirit. He added that investigations are still ongoing to uncover the full details, and more information will be shared with the public later. The Commissioner of Police, Olugbenga Adeboju, is calling on residents to stay calm and report any suspicious activity to the police or security agencies. He assured the public that the police are committed to protecting everyone, especially vulnerable groups like children, and will deal firmly with anyone who threatens the safety of people in the state. Elsewhere, the Ibom Air passenger Comfort Emerson, who was arraigned and remanded at the Kirikiri Correctional Center over her alleged unruly behavior during a flight inbound Lagos from Uyo on Sunday, has been released. Emerson was discharged by Magistrate Olariwaju Salami on Wednesday after the 5 counts against her were struck out following the withdrawal of the case against her. The Minister of Aviation and Aerospace Development, Festus Keyamo, confirmed her release. He also said the incident raised public awareness of airport security protocols regarding travel. Still to come, federal government places 7-year ban on tertiary institutions establishment. Stay tuned.
This is the news on 92.3 Nigeria Info.
President Bola Tinubu will embark on a two-nation trip, Japan and Brazil, with a brief stopover in Dubai, United Arab Emirates today. Presidential spokesman Bayo Nanuga said this in a statement on Wednesday. He said that the president's first stop would be Japan for the 9th Tokyo International Conference on African Development in Yokohama from August 20 to 22. After the Japan engagement, President Tinubu will proceed to Brazil for a two-day state visit from August 24 to August 25 at the invitation of Brazilian President Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva. He will hold bilateral meetings in both countries. Meanwhile, the Federal Executive Council has approved a 7-year freeze on the establishment of new federal tertiary institutions across the country in a bid to address duplication and improve quality of existing ones. Briefing newsmen after the Federal Executive Council meeting on Wednesday, the Minister of Education, Tunji Alausa, said access to tertiary education was no longer an issue in the country. In the meantime, the Forum of State Chairmen of the National Youth Council of Nigeria has warned impersonators of its national executive to desist from such unlawful actions or face severe consequences in accordance with the law. The forum, comprising 36 state chairmen of NYCN, including the FCT in Abuja, is in a communique issued at the end of its meeting in Ibadan, Oyo State, declared as illegal, null and void a purported national management meeting called by some imposters led by one Solomon. The communique read by the chairman of the forum, Abdul Salam Abdul Quadri, accused an impostor of undermining the authority and legitimacy of the Sukubo Saraigbe-led national executive of the National Youth Council. The forum also expressed appreciation to the Minister of Youth Development, Ayodele Olawande, for his youth-friendly initiatives and commitment to youth development and empowerment. They also announced the establishment of peace and conflict resolution committees in each of 6 geopolitical zones of the country to resolve leadership disputes. Our correspondent reports that the chairman for NYCN, the community, regular engagements with the Minister of Youth Development to foster a better understanding of concerns and needs of Nigerian youth and explore ways of collaboration for the development of young people. Nigeria goes to different tournament legs in the match or manner of community secondary school Okorono Port Harcourt. Nelechuku Lee's College argue whether party defection should be legal in Nigeria. Best claims by just half points or 91, it was 95. The second saw Eolua of Welling College Lagos go ahead with Clifford Mary J. Batosi points. Ifeoluwa Olaiya was named best debater of the day, while Ilechuku Malizu remained in the tournament. The Bwala champions here was one man learned grow with you. You might wait after 10 minutes of strong shots.
Time for them to think and some won't be of the court. Sometimes they call some that want to come in. They know they cannot come to that this like to like the other police and causing so much because like
Then on the state government to give most of Mali's area be cleaned up.
company, so they have the pay the people where the packages are doing. So for take of the so I don't like most of what they find for us. People will come and package. In living the ever I'm not saying I payment and try to respond to that people. And that's all there I will remove things. No market will buy it, so this kind of thing is good for health. And we are put up on coffee sinners. I'm not going to government help. Oh, what they continue to them and back it because they're not the most
When our correspondent visited the site, the refuse was seen spilling into major parts of many both of them.
News from
More trade organizations have signed a joint letter calling Israel to stop the weaponization of aid into Gaza. They should deepen humanitarian, including Oxfam and then Sans Frontières, say increasingly bold they are not authorized to develop unless they comply with stricter Israeli relations. Groups risk ban if they delegitimize the state Israel or do not provide detailed information about Palestinian staff. Israel denies the restrictions aid and says the rules introduced ensure relief work is carried out in line with Israel's national interest.
This is the news on 92.3 Nigeria Phone.
On the news this morning, heard that the Rivers State Sole Administrator has appointed members into 8 state boards. The PDP has flagged off its win for the Rivers section despite legal threats. The piece of Port Harcourt panel over alleged child abuse video. Ibom air passengers released from Kirikiri Correctional Center and the 4 humanitarian groups are calling to end weaponization of aid in Gaza. The news was edited by Martha Okiri. To reach the new SMS, WhatsApp message to 08721 7215. My name is Ifiemi Andrew. Good morning and thank you for your time.